Leave and absences. This video will provide you with information on leave and absences. Pflugerville ISD provides 5 local sick days and 5 state personal days per year. These days are front-loaded at the beginning of the school year. The number of leave days will be prorated based on the number of days employed. If an employee leaves the district before the end of the school year, these days will be adjusted to what the employee has earned. If more days are used than earned, the employee will be docked their daily rate of pay on their final paycheck. You may use your leave in 2 ways. Local sick leave may only be used for an employee or immediate family member's illness. State personal leave can be used for a planned or unplanned absence. Planned state personal absences are subject to the following limitations. Requires supervisor approval at least 1 week in advance via the planned leave request form, and you may not take more than 3 consecutive workdays. An unplanned absence would include an illness, bereavement, or family emergency. All absences must be entered into the Frontline ASOP Absence Management System. Whether you are a teacher, educational assistant, principal, office staff, etc., you can log into ASOP from the PFISD website by selecting the Staff tab and clicking on ASOP. There is also a basic training video available for viewing. A login for ASOP will be emailed to each employee within the following week after attending a new hire session. Employees hired in the summer will receive their login information before school starts in August. Absences should be entered into ASOP in 2 hours, half-day, and whole-day increments. A substitute teacher can only be used for half and whole-day absences. 2-hour absences will be covered by campus personnel and must be approved in advance. Absences in excess of the time allowed annually under board policy, 10 days, are considered to be excessive absenteeism. Absences due to approved FMLA, temporary disability, assault, jury duty, subpoena, or an accommodation under ADA are not considered when determining excessive absenteeism. Employees absent for more than 5 consecutive work days due to a personal or family member's illness must submit a medical certification from a qualified health care provider confirming the specific dates of illness, the reason for the illness, and in the case of a personal illness, the employee's fitness to return to work. PFISD requires the Department of Labor medical certification forms to be completed by a qualified health care provider for family medical leave and temporary disability leave. A doctor's note clearing you to return is required before you are able to return back to work. Medical certification or other documentation is required on the following non-discretionary days: on the day before or after a school holiday, on the first or last day of a semester, on days scheduled for end of semester or end of year exams, on days scheduled for state assessment tests, or on professional or staff development days. It is the employee's responsibility to turn in their documentation. Failure to provide documentation will result in the employee's pay being docked at their daily rate. Personal time taken without principal approval will also result in docked pay. To find the specific days when leave cannot be taken without medical certification, documentation such as bereavement notice, or principal prior approval can be found under the Staff tab, and then navigate to Calendars and select the calendar applicable to your job assignment. Bereavement leave shall not exceed 5 workdays per occurrence. Approval by the Chief Human Resources Officer is required for additional days. Bereavement leave does count against your leave and will post to either your local or state days. Employees with no accumulated leave will be docked their daily rate of pay. Only non-exempt employees are entitled to overtime compensation. Overtime is defined as working in excess of 40 hours in a work week. Employees will be paid their overtime balances at the end of each pay period. Employees who work 226 or more days are eligible for non-contract days. Non-exempt employees with more than 10 days must bring their balance down to 10 days by June 30th of each year. Exempt employees may carry an unlimited amount of non-contract days. However, upon resignation, a maximum of 10 days will be paid out. Non-contract days must be approved by your supervisor in advance and are allocated according to the present calendar year and vary from year to year.